I appreciate you guys for only being in the mood to reproduce if music's playing nearby. God, you're just so unbelievably cute. It's nice that you guys will lead us to dark caves that need exploring. I love the way you interact with the environment and how many things you can interact with. You're hot. I mean, thank you for giving us one of the most useful drops in the game. Damn, you're tall. And good at jumping. I bet you would carry a whole basketball team on your back. I love all of your variations, the way you sleep on beds, the way you protect players against creepers and phantoms, and the fact that you can give your owner a gift. It's nice that you guys are the easier variant of spider to make a farm out of. I like that you are not a duck. I think your modern name is great. You didn't deserve being called raw fish forever. You are the most useful animal. Well, this is going to be a long one because there's just so much to compliment you on. You're just so iconic in every way. You're the symbol and literal embodiment of Minecraft. From your unique way of attacking, to your iconic face, to the horror stories you cause by sneaking up on people or blowing up a build that someone had worked very hard on, you're probably the very first thing people think of when they hear Minecraft. Your charged creeper variant is even cooler. Your gunpowder drop, even after all these years, still feels like a luxurious item to obtain and keep. And the fact that you're required to get exclusive things like mob heads and music discs really puts you over the edge as probably my favorite mob in the game. So congratulations for that. Your grace effect is one of the most fun things to exist in the game, so I appreciate that you are willing to grant us that ability. You look so snazzy with the chest on. The way you yield a trident is very impressive and cool. You add a very interesting challenge and mechanic for looting a structure. Also, thanks for providing us with a stylish armor trim set. I like the way your breath lingers, and how it can be bottled and saved for later. I respect your interest in wanting to be a builder, and your eyes are quite mesmerizing. But I wouldn't stare at them or anything like that. Of course not. You may be one of the smallest mobs in the game, but I have to admire your big dick energy of angering hordes of Endermen. One of the strongest mobs in the game, by the way. Just with your sheer presence. The magical spells that you use to attack are super awesome and unique to see from a mob. Your existence proves that we need justice for the Axolotl. There are so many things I want to say about you. I love the way you sleep. I love how you jump and pounce in the snow. And the fact that if you're holding a totem of undying in your mouth, you stop yourself from dying is literally the most Giga Chat thing a mob can do. Your ability to eat a living cube of magma and spit out a working light source is astonishing. Damn, bro, back up a bit, jeez. Well, to me, you are the icon of the Nether. You're one of the first two mobs introduced with the Nether, and from your unnerving cries to your unnatural floating movement, you really complete the vibe that the Nether dimension is trying to go for. I like how you glow with Optifine. Your horns are very melodic. You might be the coolest mob to make a farm out of. I like the way you launch players, and you're just an absolute unit. The fact that you have an entire update named after you is something you should be proud of, because you deserve it. You have some serious talent with your ability to not burn in sunlight, even though you live in a desert. Maybe you should give lessons to some of the other undead mobs. I love that you look all tough and intimidating on the outside, but you really just want to hand out flowers and protect your villagers. That's very sweet. I like your spit. I like your cream. I like that you can single-handedly solve global hunger with your generosity. Your name rhymes with cool, so that must mean you're cool. You're really fast. I love all of your different personality traits, especially the silly one. You have some of the greatest and grooviest dance moves I've ever seen in my life. Oh. Okay. I'm a fan of the game rule that allows you to be disabled. I mean, what does it say here? I like that you were the first community voted decision for a new mob. That is true. Wow. Thanks, Notes. I appreciate you for indirectly being the reason the creeper's in the game. I like that you are chill once we are properly fitted, and your trades are great too. It's obvious to me that you're just looking out for our fashion sense. I think it's absolutely fantastic how resilient you are, and it's nice that a player's status doesn't matter to you. Your banners look quite fancy and distinguishable, because, I mean, who else could have a forehead like that? In a good way, in a good way. I also like your har noises. It's quite wholesome that you were added because of Jeb's family. Your attack animation looks great too. I like that you are a vital ingredient for a useful potion. I think that your sheer clumsiness really adds a bit of personality and relatability to many people, I'm sure. You're just really fucking cool. I think it's quite impressive how you can survive in a frozen ocean and swim up small waterfalls. Yeah, I did not know that. I love that you are willing to be dyed and sheared endlessly as long as you have a patch of grass to eat. Your effects are cool. It reminds me of that one scene in the original Willy Wonka. I like how you jiggle around when moving. You're a very skillful archer. I think it's fantastic how much you train every day before going up against anyone. I like how you literally made a deal with a god that causes you to get struck by lightning and summon an army. That's pretty badass. You're such a classic mob for being in the game for so long. It's great how you guys are so important that the world creates special chunks exclusively for you to spawn in. Even though you are basically extinct, your nose is distinct, and the seeds you find are neatly linked. Oh, I like how your eggs look. I love your smile underneath the pumpkin. I'm also impressed by your ability to infinitely generate snow. You're a great climber and efficient drug user with all the status effects you can spawn as. I love how you gained the ability to fly and were capable of flying for such a long time. You're just a cooler version of a skeleton with a better loot table. No matter how many people might not agree with me on this, I think you're beautiful. Your eyes are as big and full as my list of good thoughts about you. I respect the loyalty you have to your owner. The amount of different looks and styles that you guys can spawn as is just awesome. You really bring the ocean to life. I admire your commitment to always return to your home beach in order to hatch your eggs. I may be in the minority here, but I actually like your newer look. You guys also have maybe the coolest mob name in the game. You guys have had the greatest comeback story ever when it comes to your trades and behavior. Your Johnny Easter egg is pretty fun, and it reminds me of how much we need more named mob Easter eggs in newer versions. People may find your trades useless, but I love that you make it possible to get otherwise impossible items on certain worlds. Holy crap, you are very intimidating. Which I think is a compliment since I assume that's what you're going for. I think it's great to have a mob that is actually scary again, that you want to avoid as much as possible, and you really achieve that. Your stacked loot table really shows how resourceful you are. Your fight on Bedrock Edition is incredible, and it is incredibly stupid how Java Edition refuses to show its players your true potential. I like how you give me heads. I love the way you shake off water when you're wet, and I think you need to be more appreciated for being the classic companion of Minecraft for more than 10 years. You are a lot braver than your non-zombified counterpart. Even though you are dead, your eyesight is pretty stunning. It's also quite cool how many variants you can spawn in, especially on Bedrock Edition. It's clear that you are very special to people at Mojang, considering you have a spawn egg even though you don't exist naturally in the game. I like your big head. It shows how much you're constantly thinking and expanding your knowledge. And finally, I bet your angered herd would have been strong enough to save the Roman Empire from collapsing. What the fuck's that?